Hi, my name is Kim Pezza. Some of you may already know me online as a new Century Homesteader or through one or more of my books. But now I'm in the Florida Keys and I'm offering a unique perspective on living a sustainable lifestyle right here. Each week we will cover a variety of topics that will give you an idea on how to live a more sustainable lifestyle right here. We will also look at what others are doing in their gardens, at their homes, even at their businesses. For those who are interested in or already growing your own food gardens, we will look at the many and varied ways that are available to you for growing here in the Keys. And you won't have to worry about giving up your existing landscape, or even if you have a small space. We'll take a look at the variety of Florida-grown foods that are available to us, the varied amount of seafood that we have, as well as the more unusual foods that you may be able to purchase at the farmer's market or get from your next door neighbor's garden. And we'll look at some new uses for the old standbys that you just don't know what you're going to do with anymore. So you don't have to be afraid if you have too many tomatoes or squash. We'll show how to repurpose and recycle for the garden and the home. We'll learn a little bit about the history of agriculture in the Keys, and we'll take a look at the many people, places, events, and activities that will help you live a more sustainable lifestyle in the Keys. In fact, you may begin to see the Keys under a whole new light. And if you don't live here, that's fine. You can take many of the ideas home with you and use in your own garden, at home, maybe even in your business. So join me as we explore the new Century Homesteader, living a sustainable life in the Florida Keys. We're here in Marathon with Sharon Flint, who's the president of Keys Community Gardens. So in your own garden here at your house, what are some of the challenges that you've run into?
Most of the challenges are from iguanas or chameleons. And we also have our land crabs. So in the Keys, it's helpful to slightly container garden or raised bed. And you need to raise bed here for the most part because we have very little topsoil on top of the caprock here, you know. So you can do it as easy and effective as I can show you over there, where you still utilize the bags that the dirt comes in, and you just frame it a little bit with some wood, and you've got yourself a little slightly raised garden that you can then move easily. If you know, when it's not growing season, you want to utilize the space for something else. That space is very limited here in the Keys.
Okay. Would you like to show us around in your garden? Sure. And some of the edibles that you have in? From what you were telling me, you have a lot of things in there that you can...
I am amazed when I go through the list.
Lionfish may be beautiful to look at, but they are a danger, not only to the waters of the Keys, but to humans as well. Never try to pick up a lionfish or remove one from the hook, as their spines are toxic. Only someone with proper knowledge should ever attempt to handle the lionfish.
Hi, and I hope that you've been enjoying the show. I am thrilled to be here in Marathon in the Florida Keys on Marathon Florida TV channel 88 and marathonflorida.com. This is the premier Marathon TV station where you're going to find out about all the greatest things about this wonderful community and its great people, food, dining, live music, water activities, everything that's going on right here. This channel is bringing together this amazing community and telling the stories of all of the wonderful things that are going on right here. But it takes a lot to put this station together. We're talking 24-hour programming to capture everything that's going on here. It takes a lot to put this station together, and we really need all of your help. And there's many ways that you can participate. You can go to marathonflorida.com and like our social media pages and give us some feedback and share your ideas about some of the programming you'd like to see right here. Or you can take it up to another level and become an advertiser with our station, because we need to find out what's going on in your business and in your backyard. This is where you want to share all of your wonderful news and all of the wonderful things that you have to offer in your business. So go to our website, give us a call, find out how you can be a part of Marathon Florida TV Channel 88, marathonflorida.com, because it really does take a community to bring this entire thing together and show the world why this is the best place to be in Florida.
When boating, please take your garbage back with you and dispose it properly on the land.
We have a basil, which amazingly is surviving, because all the ones in the seed pan over there were eaten by the chameleons. But we do have a basil started there, and then this is our dragon fruit, which I have not had my fruit itself yet, but it is growing very nicely. That is an indigenous thing you can grow here in the Keys. They're prolific if you look. We went to Crane Point on a tour, and they had them in there, and I'd love to get into Crane Point and do some work in there. A little more basil, and I'm waiting for the cherry tomatoes to come up here. They grew up and over this last year. It was gorgeous.
So you use your bushes kind of like a natural trellis.
Mm-hmm. Anything you can do to utilize the space you have. Of course, we do have some tomato trellises, but like I said, I utilized the bush last year. And we have some parsley, and we have basil, which is flowering. And all you have to do is take these flowers and just put them, plant them, and they're going to come up. And you have to do this annually. This plant grows leggy and reedy, and it then, goes to seed. And so you just take the seed and plant it. And if you don't have share it if you have too many, or I even throw these and eat these in salads, the flowers themselves.
Yeah.
And then we have some beans that are coming up around the corn. They're new, and that's that little edible section.
And those would be part of what is known as the Three Sisters.
That's the two portions of the Three Sisters. Yes, we didn't throw beans in. I mean a squash, because I've tried to grow squash, and it is just so hard with the chameleon. I've tried it twice. I even put it in a cage, and they get in and eat the floor. The florals are just too irresistible on melons and squashes.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, the Three Sisters go back into Native American history. It was either corn, beans, and squash.
Yeah, it was so that you utilize this
beans,
one
pumpkins.
space. The corn created the trellis, the beans worked on the corn and for support, and then the ground area was utilized by the squashes. So that's your permaculture gardening, where you take and you utilize your spaces in conjunction with each other. Whereas like certain things will not require, especially in Florida, full Florida sun. The same way you might have gardened up north, because we have just a different trajectory and different volume of sun here, so that you may find that if your yard only gets 4 hours of sun, that is a bonus. Because that's all the time some of these plants really need in this area, where if it was in another area, it might be the 6 to 8 hours. So.
And is that where you can possibly use some of your other plants as shade for that? Okay.
Yeah. So we have another aloe plant, which you could see when it's not in a container, it is much more, hardy. So if you could plant your stuff in the ground, do that. And then around here, we have another, this is just a potted pineapple yet to be planted. Then we have, these are sweet potato vines, and sweet potatoes are growing over there. I haven't planted my mint because, if everybody knows, mint is very voracious. Yes. And so I try to keep it alive in the container and use it from that standpoint.
Now with your pineapple, you get that right from the top of the pineapple, because a lot of people don't realize that. You don't have to grow pineapple from the seed. If you buy a pineapple, cut the top off and plant it.
We call that our garbage gardening. There's so many things you can do. I did have lettuce from garbage growing, but the iguanas really love lettuce too.
Have you found any plants or anything that they don't like that you can put next to the plants, or is that kind of a lost cause?
I really hadn't looked into that much because it almost is. They're non-discriminate. You know, if they want something, they're very aggressive to get it. And of course, people do eat pear cactus.
Prickly pear, yep.
Prickly pear. Okay, and here we have a couple more pineapples started. Yes, when I did a fundraiser recently, I acquired a mass of them from the store, and I gave them away at the fundraiser, and we had a few left over. So I'm going to take some of these up to the garden up there, where there's more space, and start, you know, some up there, a little small field of them. We have some chive type here, and my sage. Again, that's something like basil. They go for about a year, and then you're going to want to replant those. That's gone. Oh, and rosemary. Gotta love rosemary. We have some rosemary there. And now this is a different form of oregano. This is the oregano you're probably familiar with.
Yep, one of them, yep. Now, how big is your garden spot? I mean, just so people can see that you can do a lot. Because you've got regular plants, not edibles, mixed in here too.
Right. Yes, which is again to draw, you know, for the environment, the bees and the butterflies, and create. And I have quite a few. It's nice to sit here and watch the butterflies. So that's lemongrass, and that's not just ornamental. But why buy an ornamental grass when you want that kind of look? Get something like this so you can make teas out of it and balms. So that's a nice thing to have.
Now, a lot for your beneficials that you're trying to attract to your gardens. People know that, you know, bees, some of the butterflies, but what are some of the other beneficials that you're trying to attract that some people may not think of, and they may either chase them away, or, you know, something that maybe they should be keeping around?
If you're lucky, you get ladybugs. You know, those are always beneficial to your garden. Wasps will do the duty for bees. If you don't really have bees, I have allowed a wasp to nest in this area because they'll, you know, they can help out in that respect. And if nothing else, propagating your flowers so that they attract for the bees.
Well, Sharon, thank you for taking us around your garden. It shows how much you really can fit into a small space. But don't go away, we'll be back with our garden master, Sharon, in a few minutes. Sombrero Reef got its name from the Sombrero Lighthouse and comes from the Spanish Cayo Sombrero, or key hat. There is always something going on in the Keys. Check our website for events and activities near you.
Welcome back. We hope that you've been enjoying this wonderful show. All of us here at Marathon Florida TV, Channel 88, are working really hard to bring you the best that Marathon and the Florida Keys has to offer. But it takes a lot of work to bring a station like this together, and we need everyone's help in the community to pull this off and make this the premier station right here in Marathon, Florida, Channel 88. We are looking for a variety of people to give us great ideas of what they would like to see right here on this station. This is Marathon's premier station. This is your station, and we want to know what's on your mind. We need producers, we need great show ideas, but most of all, we need advertisers, because it's the advertisers that really allow us to bring our message home, and it really allows us to bring you some great programming and to capture all of the wonderful things that we can offer right here in Marathon in the Florida Keys. We are looking for people that would like to contribute, and not just with their business ideas and their show ideas, but also in any way that they can to advertise things that they have going on, because we want to know, we care about what's going on right here in your business at Channel 88.
Please use caution when visiting the reefs. Your accident can be their disaster. Throughout the Keys, many decommissioned ships have been purposely sunk to create artificial reefs for the sea life to live in. Welcome back. We are here again with our garden master, Sharon Flint, who is president of Keys Community Gardens. Sharon, thank you again for showing us around your gardens. I did notice in your gardenias you had grapefruit around the bottom. Can you tell us what that was for?
Well, gardenias are a plant that likes a lot of acidity in their soils, and so I thought, well, I could compost directly with something that would give that effect to the soil. So when I eat my grapefruits, I take and I throw the seeds and the rinds right into the pot, and it ends up producing acids for the soil that the plant likes and needs.
And did you find that it's helping?
Yes, some gardenias, and especially the ornamental ones, this is a Japanese variety, they're very temperamental on transplant. This plant has gone into shock. I've trimmed it back, and I tried to salvage some of the cuttings, and one of the cuttings did come back, so it is obviously working to the point that it's giving it what it needs to get, to reconstitute itself back into a plant.
Excellent. Now, I know you were showing us the various stages of some of your different fruit trees, and here right in front of us on the table we have a selection of little seedlings at different stages. And for some of the littlest ones, you've even repurposed old ice cream containers.
Yes, I love the Italian ices, and I am reluctant to not repurpose, recycle almost everything that comes, past me. So it's very simply, I just take my drill and I drill 4 or 5 holes in the bottom of it in order for it to drain. And once I've taken them from my seed pan over there, and they're approximately this height, I then put them in a cup here, because I find if I leave them over there, it's too much of a good thing for the chameleons, and they come over eventually and they eat all the tops off, and when you top a small tree, it kills it. So I've been getting better at pulling them out, and these are trees that I started from seed from my lemon, lime, and grapefruit. Also, I tried some olive seeds over there, and I'm not sure if my olive seeds are these plants, but we will find out. And I kind of like that roulette gardening but someone told me that if I took these and I scratch the leaf and then I smell it, that it's going to give me an indication of the fruit it's going to be. The other day we found one that was really limey. This one's a little less, and I think the leaves do look like this will be a lemon, because I've been saving I've been trying to get lemon, because lemon is such a valuable fruit to us. So, unless you're good at your watering and your regular thing, you could germinate things sporadically. It's because it will not germinate till it gets to the optimum that it needs, the right water, the right temperature, the right amount of time, and all that exposure. So you could have some seeds there that are dormant because they're never getting the right water, and then all of a sudden they do, and then they start sprouting. So that's where I end up, well, are they seeds that I put in there a long time ago or recently? Or are they a volunteer that just flew from the air from, the Caribbean?
Which can happen. I have a fruit that I didn't plant, but it's beautiful and it's there, so it can, like you said, float from somewhere else. It can be transported by an animal or a bird.
Right. And I was surprised with my tomatoes this year, because I actually just threw compost out in there, and the next thing I knew, I had about 12 or more tomato plants. So we thinned them out, gave some away, and replanted them, and now we have the tomatoes. So, just because you don't compost, maybe certain things you might consider composting, like the tomatoes, which will seed themselves, or the fruit that's gone bad that has seeds in it. You just put it directly in the ground and see if it works. That's nature.
What shouldn't you put in compost? What don't you put in compost because it's not good down here, not good in general?
Well, don't compost anything that's not organic. Don't compost meats. Indian lore and, fish, you always hear is good, but don't put that directly into your regular compost. That's a different process of adding to the soil with your fish. So basically anything green, you can, your tea bags, you can compost those. You can compost all your other yard waste in with your food waste, your egg shells, your coffee grounds, your lightweight non-bleached papers like your toilet paper rolls, your paper towel rolls. You can use those things as starter pots for seeds too. The tubes, you cut them into certain sizes. That helps protect them from the chameleons also. Gives them a little barrier. So you can repurpose a lot of things that'll eventually then just break right down into the soil.
We're having so much fun here with our Master Gardener, Sharon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Marathon began its life as a base camp for the railroad workers. It is said they gave Marathon its name after their own endurance.
Hope you've been enjoying the show. Welcome back. I'm Angela. We're reporting from right here in Marathon in the Florida Keys. This is Marathon Florida TV, channel 88, and marathonflorida.com. And it takes a lot of hard work to bring shows together in this amazing station right here in Marathon. And when I first found out about it, I knew I wanted to be involved, and I became a producer, and I'm going to be producing shows right here on this channel, channel 88, and I couldn't be more thrilled. However, I need your help. We all need your help. And there's 3 different things that you can do. You can be a fan of our wonderful shows here and support our local talent and all of the wonderful programming that they're bringing to you. Or feel free to be a sponsor of one of our shows. There's many, many ways. You could just call the number on your screen to find out amazing sponsorship opportunities of how you can get involved and get highlighted right on one of our shows and also on our website. Or you could also be an advertiser and buy one of our fabulous spots during one of our amazing shows right here on channel 88, Marathon Florida TV, because we'd be thrilled to have you. This is your chance to show the community the amazing business that you have and to highlight all of the wonderful things that you're offering our Marathon community. So please go on our website, find out how you can get involved. You can be a fan, you can be a sponsor, you can be an advertiser. All the information will be on our website or on the phone number right here on our screen. So feel free to reach out and stay tuned because we're bringing you some great stuff. Again, I'm Angela, and please keep a lookout for me and my show that I'm really excited about to bring you right here on Marathon Florida TV. And don't hesitate to reach out to us and find out how you can get involved because this is a community effort and we need your help. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.
Remember the rules of fishing. Take only in season and only the limit. Hi, we're back with our Master Gardener Sharon Flint from Keys Community Gardens. And how about, let's just discuss a little bit the importance of growing your own food now. With everything that's going on, not only here, but in the world, what's the importance?
Well, the grocery industry was established in 1946, and in less than 100 years, they've drastically changed the price of our food, the quality of our food, the nutritional values of our food, and been very effective as separating us from the orientation of our food. Kids today are not exposed to or do not live close to farms. They don't know where food comes from. Our health is declining is one of the biggest issues. Because the nutrient value of the food that is in the processed foods.
Sharon, I would like to thank you so much for being a guest today. You've given people, I hope, a lot of ideas as to why you really need to get involved in your food at some level. If you had any other questions, I'm sure you can contact Sharon through Keys Community Gardens, or you can always contact me.
Right, they can go, we have a Facebook page under either Marathon Community Garden, which was our original Facebook page, or Keys Community Garden, which is our newer page that I tend to monitor a little bit more. We are going to work closely with Glee, and we are beginning to host the Glee Green Drinks, which will be held the third Wednesday of the month in Marathon at Lulu's Garden Grill, which has been gracious enough to welcome us because it was just a no-brainer. Lulu's Garden, it just, you know. So we're going to do that this month, this coming Wednesday at 6 o'clock, and then the group can decide if there's a better day, but right now that is what it is. It's going to be the third Wednesday of the month, and we will look forward. We'd like to join us. We'd love to see you there. This month we're going to have Patrick Garvey of Grimmel Grove, which is the land in Big Pine that we're trying to bring back to its original glory and beauty. So ought to be interesting.
Excellent. Well, I hope people can attend. Now you said it's going to be every month?
Yes, an ongoing thing. The southern one they hold at the wharf on the third Thursday. I think they start at 5:30 there, but it's around the same time, happy hours. So we chose a different day in case we get a speaker. We want to have it both locations, and until we do it, we're not sure how the scheduling is going to go, but we want to make it convenient for people involved. That's our goal. This is supposed to be fun and easy, and that's why we're here.
Okay, well, I hope people can attend the function at Lulu's, and see you again next week.
Hi, welcome back. Wasn't that a great show? I really loved it, and I really hope you did too, because this is what we're all about here at Marathon Florida TV, channel 88, marathonflorida.com. We're here to bring you shows just like this, full of all the wonderful things happening right here in Marathon in the Florida Keys. And so I'm reaching out now to all of the local businesses right here in our community that would be interested in advertising right here in our show, because this is the premier station for Marathon in the Florida Keys. It doesn't get any better than this. We're bringing you the best programming around. And this is your chance to highlight your business, and we would like to know what you have got going on. We have amazing, amazing ways to get involved in terms of advertising. So please feel free to give us a call, go to our website, reach out to us, and learn of all the wonderful opportunities available to help make your business shine. We are not only broadcasting in about 30,000 homes right here across the Florida Keys, but we're also international at marathonflorida.com, reaching audiences around the globe. So it's a wonderful opportunity to let the community know that what you've got going on, and to share your brand and your business and your message with the world. I guarantee you that you're going to be thrilled about what you're going to find out and the wonderful opportunities that lay ahead right here on Channel 88, Marathon Florida TV, and marathonflorida.com. So what are you waiting for? Come join me and all of the wonderful shows on our network and find out how you can be a part of what we've got going on. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Angela here at Channel 88, Marathon Florida TV, marathonflorida.com.